Hi, I'm Jennet Ingle, the 5-Minute Reedmaker. If you're watching this on YouTube, would you go ahead and click subscribe for me and maybe notify? And that way, of course, you always know when I drop a new episode, and it makes it easier for other people to find my channel and to become better reedmakers and happier musicians. Thank you. So, I was thinking about joy. And I'm thinking about this because it's January, right? And we're in this polar vortex in the Midwest, and it is bitterly cold outside, and it's been a long time, feels like, since it has felt joyful to be outdoors. And outdoors is usually my happy place. And it's January, and, the days are short, it is dark. It can feel like a little bit of a slog. And I'm putting together a workshop for later this month called Cultivating Joy. And so what I'm thinking about is, how does joy factor in to reed making? And on the one hand, it doesn't necessarily, right? Like, the reed making itself, for me anyway, is more of a chore than a life-giving exercise. It doesn't usually delight me. I just sit at my desk for an hour, I get it done, and I move on with my life. But how does joy factor in? And one of the things I thought about, one of the things I compare it to mentally is part of the joy that I can get from being outdoors is that of overcoming. And I'm thinking about, like, the couple of times last month that I would get out for a run and it was like sort of sleeting or snowing or like awful in some way outdoors because, again, the Midwest and the winter. And I don't like it. I don't want to leave my house when it's like that. But once I actually get out and I'm out on the running trail and it's snowing at me or it's sleeting and, like, I can see my footprints and there's almost nobody else out there, there is a certain kind of glee and a certain kind of exhilaration that comes from doing it, braving the elements, actually moving my body in a condition that is not that pleasant or that conducive. There is a certain kind of joy that comes from that. When I was playing in Breckenridge around 10 years ago, I was playing second to the terrific Sandy Stimson. And it was our first day up there at altitude. And, we are experienced reed makers, but you can't really predict what it's going to feel like at 9,000 feet. So we're up there and everything is a little bit improvisational, and we're warming up and we're tweaking and we're warming up and we're tweaking, and the orchestra falls silent so Sandy can give the first A of the rehearsal. And she gives an A. Understand that to me, sitting right next to her, an oboist myself, it sounded absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Beautiful. But we also know that the way it feels resonating inside your head means more to you than what it actually sounds like in the outside world. And so she was taken aback by her own sound, completely understandably. And she said, well, I guess that's what I sound like today. And we went ahead and played the rehearsal. And whatever turmoil was going on inside her brain, I don't want to ascribe anything to her, she played beautifully. And she just owned whatever it was that was going on with that reed. And she just played, and it sounded terrific, of course, and made me laugh and also made me learn, because there is something very admirable about just accepting the reed du jour, the experience du jour, owning it, and just playing through it. And so the thing I thought about today is, what if we let the reed du jour be an adversity training exercise? What if I took a reed like this one, a basic day one reed that I've tweaked only ever so slightly, that has it has an okay crow, it is still super long, it's heavy, and Like, it sounds okay, but if I let it, it'll go... Like, you have to play a reed like this that is not actually that finished, that is not actually that terrific. And yet, sometimes, as oboists, we have to play on a reed, maybe that's finished, but that has taken a sharp turn to the left for whatever reason, right? I say this often when I'm teaching, that no matter how many great reeds you have in your case, as the solo approaches, as the conductor looks at you, the only reed you have is the one that is on the oboe. And if that reed is suboptimal, which sometimes it is, we just have to deliver it anyway. The solo happens whether we are ready or not, and you go to battle with the reed you have, not the reed you want. So what if there's an element of adversity training and of joy in just taking the reed du jour in its current existing state and making a performance out of it? Even with the water in the sea key, say. Like, what if, even though this reed is no one's ideal of a reed, and even though it is not totally finished, what if I just allowed myself to say, okay, that's my sound, and then played? Might that not be an enjoyable exercise in overcoming adversity? Teaching yourself, training yourself that on the reed du jour, you can still make music even if that reed is suboptimal? Might it be just fun to say, all right, this is what I sound like today. Here I go. Here we go! What if the music making didn't require a perfect reed? What if you could find joy in just honking away on today's reed, knowing that tomorrow's reed, or 10 minutes from now's reed, will be better? That is my invitation for you today. If you are watching this in real time on the 18th or so of January, please note that I've got a free workshop coming up on January 27th, Cultivating Joy. It is for oboists. It'll be a half a day long, and we will try to turn that January slog around into something that brings you joy and delight. This has been a 5-minute Reedmaker session. If you enjoy these short videos, you can follow them here on YouTube. You can subscribe if you wish. I hope you will. And if you need to reach me to order reeds or cane, to ask a question that I could answer in a future 5-minute Reedmaker episode, or to buy a copy of my book, The Happiest Musician, you can find me at jennetingle.com. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.